Morning everybody, it's a fragrant Jock here with another honest opinion. I hope everybody's safe and well. Some great weather. Just now it's a lovely day in Glasgow, sun's out already. Nice cool breeze though. Anyway, today's honest opinion is another KDJ. As you can see, today's honest opinion is an inspired expression of Creed's Royal Oud. This is one of my favourites. And it was one of my favourites with the Creed as well, which I did have and I sold it. I've got 300 and odd subscribers now. I'm trying my best to do people a favour. In my opinion, some of these inspired expressions from Dua, from Rosa Salas, from KDJ are just as good as the OGs, but you don't have to shell out that 200 and odd pound or whatever, or if it's Rosa, you're talking about £800. Unless you've got the money and the budget to do so, and you want that fancy bottle, nothing beats the OGs. But in my opinion, they're over expensive, and you can get these. Some inspired expressions are just as good, and I'm not talking about some of the Facebook ones that are absolutely rubbish, like FHM and stuff like that. They're garbage. Anyway, today's honest opinion is 100 mLs of Royal Oud, which I bought. I got a discount because I work for the NHS, and they actually, every time you purchase off them, you get money off the next one because they give you points. So this cost me about £40 odd, which is good for 100 mLs. Considering Royal Oud for 100 mLs will set you back £250 at least. This is a lovely fragrance, and don't be scared or frightened off by Oud, because for me, yes, a lot of the Arabian type ouds are just too kind of skanky, too dark for me. But this, you don't smell any oud in this. If anything, you get a lot of cedar in it, you get a lot of wood at the start, but it's a pleasant smell of wood. It's not that deep kind of oud. Anyway, some of the notes: lemon, bergamot, cedar, angelica, agarwood, musk, what's the other one, sandalwood. That's to name a few. That's just some of the notes that are in it. Now, as I say, this Creed's version of this retails for about 200 and odd, 250 or something like that for 100 mLs. You'll get this for £50 without the discount in KDJs, or you can buy the 50 mLs. Now this is a 50% extract or extract, so I would go for that because they tend to last a bit longer, but be careful, some of them are quite oily, so spraying in white shirts and things, be careful. Okay, I think if I've any criticism at all, but then do are the same. With some of their oils or their attars, just be careful in white shirts, they're a wee bit oily, but other than that they're more or less perfect. And this is, I had Creed Royal Oud, and this to me, that's why I sold Creed Royal Oud, the original. This to me is just exactly the same, and probably lasts just as good if I can focus, but it really is worth the money. Camera does that sometimes, won't focus and then it focuses in. I'll leave it for a minute and it'll probably focus back again. Anyway, just some history. I've done a history about the Creed family. Obviously they started in 1760. It was a pair of scented leather gloves that they supplied to King George III. James Henry Creed was the first, but in 2000, it's focused now, in 2020 they sold out. The majority of shareholder in Creed now is BlackRock, so they'll have a lot to do with it now. So he's basically sold out. He's made absolute millions. He says he's got a say in what they do now, but you know what it's like. Companies buy other companies for profit. Not to up the performance, for profit only. That's in my opinion anyway. Anyway, it's focused now. So this is the inspired expression of Creed Royal Oud. It's funny how the camera does that, and here you can see extract 100 mLs. As I say, no frills packaging, but for me this is an absolute gorgeous scent. Slightly, I would lean, it leans masculine, but women could get away with it. Anything goes nowadays. Diversity rules. But this is an absolute gorgeous scent. Sorry about the nails, I was busy doing work in my car yesterday and I've been scrubbing them, oil everywhere. I should have wore gloves. Anyway, Creed Royal Oud, an absolute gorgeous scent. When it goes on, you do get a bit of that kind of cedar, the wood, but when it settles you get this kind of sweet, musky sandalwood smell. It really does linger near, really nice. It's a kind of cooling effect. Not mint, but it kind of reminds me a bit of Silver Blue from Mancera. It's got that feel to it, that kind of sweet. It's almost like, how would you say, it's like a sweet candy kind of smell, like rock. That's what you get, you know, the stalks of rock you get. It's that kind of smell. It really is a lovely smell. You don't get any of that kind of skanky oud at all. It really is a lovely fragrance, and I totally recommend it. If you're not too sure, as I say, don't go for the 100 ml, go for the 50, try and get the extract or even a sample of it. But it will no shell, it doesn't cost you that much. For the 50 ml extract it will be £35. For this one it's about £50, although you'll get, you know, once you start buying you get discounts. I think if you buy 3 as well, is it 3 for 2 or something like that? It's something on their website, but the service is good as well. It's just the post is a bit upsetting to me now. Some of these fragrances I'm getting within 2 days, and then others I'm having to wait for a week. I don't know why that is. But they email you and things like that when they've been packed, so you know, the correspondence is good. But as I say, I totally recommend this. It really is a lovely smell. I would say, you know, Aventus always gets all the praise. Aventus and like Silver Mountain Water or Virgin Island Water, but see, this to me, this is probably my favourite Creed. This, and I would go as far as saying probably Vikings a second, but this, excuse me, is definitely my favourite Royal Oud. Really worth it. A classy and elegant scent. You could wear it any time, but in special occasions this would go down well. In the air it smells absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I hope everybody's safe and well. As I say, I'm going to try and do my subscribers a favour, point you in the right direction of bargains that I feel is, you know, bargains of higher niche. Most of them will be higher end fragrances that I think these inspirations are just as good, if not better, and you're saving an absolute fortune. If you're not worried about that packaging or the fancy bottle, because you're going to put them in a cupboard anyway out the sunlight, then I recommend these. If you've got the budget to buy the OGs, then go for it. But for me, this is an absolute bargain. Okay, anyway, bye for now.